what's dumb to me is to listen to this logic. Then Bill Maher, who had to absolutely be high when he said this, and he says, what I like is that nobody knows him and he's 54. Okay. Can any of y'all, if you watching on the app, on YouTube, on Plex TV, Amazon Freevee, if you're watching on Amazon Prime Video, or if you're watching on Amazon News, can any of y'all tell me what the hell has Dean Phillips done? I'll wait. You know what? I don't think I actually have that much time. He's literally done nothing. So what Bill Maher is excited about is he's 54. We literally had an idiot, the orange man, who was there for 4 years, who's only about 4 years younger than Biden, who tried to destroy the country, but guess what? He's younger. And so, seriously, get a grip, folks. I don't care about Biden's age. What I do care about is that as a white supremacist, a white nationalist who wants to pardon every single person who committed a terrorist act on January 6th, he wants back in the Oval Office. And you know what? If you want to support him, you can go to hell too, because he is evil incarnate. And trust me, when he gets in, if you think he was Damon last time, no, trust me, Lucifer will be showing up himself.
All right, guys, so have I told you that the Democrat Party is imploding? Yes, they are imploding on themselves, primarily because Biden has been an absolute terrible president. It also doesn't help that Biden, because of this Israeli-Palestinian conflict, he is now directly at odds with the far left, okay? The far left that Democrats spent years coddling, even though they showed signs of extremism. They showed signs that they support domestic violence and domestic terrorism. Democrats said, you know what, it's okay, right? It's totally fine because you're directing that anger towards the white man and police and Republicans and conservatives and Supreme Court justices that we disagree with politically, right? So it's totally fine. It's totally okay for you to be agents of chaos. Now, the agents of chaos have turned on the Democrats, and a lot of young voters are just abandoning Joe and saying, you know what, we're sitting out, okay? We don't care about Trump, okay? We don't care if he takes office again. At this point, Biden is no better than Trump, so why even vote, right? That is what's happening, okay? Now, you know this is happening because you have the bourgeoisie blacks of the Democrat Party, for example, people like Roland Martin, who are coming out here and profusely defending their white man in chief, their white daddy, Joe Biden, because they see the writing on the wall. People simply don't want to vote for Biden. The economy's bad. The border's a disaster. He's about to drag us in World War III. Crime is out of control. Wokeness is out of control. And he's too old. It doesn't help. But again, you have people like Roland Martin who have taken offense to this.
New Mike Johnson. In other words, the new guy I never heard of.
Better name, though.
In Congress, he is a Democrat who is running against Biden. So there is a challenger, Dean Phillips. He's from Minnesota. He's Jewish. He's 54. Did I mention he's 54? And he loves Biden. He says exactly what I say. Did a great job, but don't do it again.
That's right.
Family, self-made millionaire from families in the organic vodka business. Dean Phillips. I'm getting behind him for president of the United States. How about you? You know what I know about him? He's 54, and he's got a D next to his name. He's already got half the votes, and he doesn't have any of the baggage of the other guys. Okay, we got to go to new rules. Thank you very much.
All right, I've got a new rule. How about stupid shit not said on national television just because you're probably high? So let's just unpack what he just said there. He said, first of all, I'll admit that Biden has done a great job. I don't want him to run again. Okay. Can you show me a corporation in America where somebody says, hey, the CEO's done a hell of a job the last 4 years. Let's replace him. How about somebody saying, you know what? We've had a great university president for the last 4 years. How about we get rid of them? if you're some HBCUs like Fisk, you probably would do that on a regular basis, but I digress. So what's dumb to me is to listen to this logic. Then Bill Maher, who had to absolutely be high when he said this, and he says, what I like is that nobody knows him and he's 54. What Bill Maher is excited about is he's 54. Okay. Again, here's why that is idiotic. We have all these people who are walking around who are going, oh my goodness, I can't stand it. Biden is too old. So let's get somebody young. Okay, so we're saying let's get somebody young who can show vigor, who can give great speeches. We can see them running up and down the beach. We can see them playing basketball or doing things like that. But forget the fact that they could be just totally incompetent at legislation or at governing. No, let's actually get them in because they're young. We literally had an idiot, the orange man who was there for 4 years, who's only about 4 years younger than Biden, who tried to destroy the country, but guess what? He's younger. If you actually stack up legislative accomplishments of President Joe Biden in his first term and President Barack Obama in his first term, it's a good bet Biden probably will inch him out. Uh-oh. I know some black people just lost their mind right now because criticizing Obama is like cussing out Jesus and MLK at the same time.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wow. Here's the thing that gets me about people like Roland Martin, right? And the black bourgeoisie liberals, okay, that pretend they're not Democrats, but they're just Democrat Party shields, right? Like this guy. They call black conservatives, okay, like myself, house Negroes, right? But if you listen to how these people defend their Lord and Savior, Joe Biden, despite the fact that Joe Biden, you know, according to people that think like these people, right? He hasn't been great towards black folks, right? Throughout history, hasn't been great towards black, hasn't said great things about black people. If you look at the state of the economy, black people are suffering just like the rest of America. But these people, again, will say, hey, we're not selling you out by telling you to vote for a guy that has caused a terrible economy. That is the cause of illegal immigrants being in your neighborhood. That is the cause of criminals being unleashed into your neighborhood, right? Vote for this guy, right? Vote for him, okay? Just saying. Black conservatives are the house Negroes, though. Okay, these are the black slaves that would have tried to escape to freedom, right? These are the freedom fighters. Anyways, I want to continue to react to what Roland Martin is saying here because again, the writing's on the wall. When you have people like this guy come out here and they're playing defense, and I played a whole bunch of videos before of TikTokers, the Biden influencers playing defense for him, despite the fact that, again, clearly nobody wants to vote for this guy. You know that it's bad. It's absolutely terrible when he has to come out here and to go after Bill Maher because he brings up a reasonable reason not to vote for Joe Biden. Clearly, he's too old. And it's not just that he's too old. His age is rendering him incapable of actually governing, of being president of the United States. And that's a problem that apparently Roland Martin doesn't see. So let's react to this.
When you look at what has actually been done, you cannot argue with what has been accomplished.
Yeah, you can't argue with record high inflation. You can't argue with an open border. You can't argue with record high mortgage rates, housing unaffordability out of control, right? I mean, people can't afford to buy a house. Right? You can't argue with being on the verge of World War III. Again, all of these things are linked to Biden and Biden's policies. Let's keep it 100, right? So when Roland says you can't argue with the accomplishments, again, I'm not necessarily sure if that is a positive thing, like the way he thinks is a positive thing, right? And that's why the polls are showing that Biden's favorability is so low, even despite the framing from the liberal media and Biden talking heads like this guy trying to make people convinced that it's raining instead of them having their legs pissed on, right? This is what they're trying to do, right? They're pissing on your leg and they tell you that it's raining. It's gaslighting at its finest.
And it's not like he actually had a perfect situation in the House and the Senate because they barely had the majority in the Senate. So all these people who are running around complaining about age, let me explain something to y'all. I get youth, and I appreciate youth. But it's a lot of shit young people don't know what the hell they doing.
Like vote Democrat, right? You're exactly right about that, right? There's a lot of shit that young people don't know what the hell they're doing, okay? Like going out here and voting for Joe Biden, voting for far left, woke city council members to run these liberal cities into the dirt. So yes, I agree with you, Roland. But keep that same energy when these young people go out here and they vote Democrat in droves. Young people only don't know what they're doing when they decided they don't want to vote for Biden, right? Now, all of a sudden, young people don't know what they're talking about when they have concerns about Biden's age, right? But young people, oh, they're the voice of the future, and they're so smart, and they're misunderstood, right? When they're voting in lockstep with Democrats and for Biden. Ain't it amazing how that works?
And just because they're young, that means nothing to me. And again, I get youth. But with youth, I need for you to have some experience. That's like somebody saying, hey, this young saxophone player is bad. Can his ass play? Can he actually change at the drop of a hat? If all of a sudden, if things change, can they handle the pressure? No, they can't. Give me the experienced person. I'm sorry. And here's the whole deal. For all y'all people who are sitting out here, and my panel, y'all can help me if I don't name all of them. For all the people who are complaining about Biden too old, let's see. Who ran last time? Senator Kamala Harris, Senator Cory Booker, Senator Amy Klobuchar, Andrew Yang, Mike Bloomberg, Senator Elizabeth Warren. Who am I forgetting? It's a bunch of other people who actually ran. All of those people were younger than Joe Biden. So please explain to me, how in the hell did he win if he was the oldest dude on the stage?
Well, the reason why is because the Democrat primary is rigged. It was rigged in 2016. It was rigged in 2020. And that's why the young voters voted for Bernie Sanders, right? They didn't vote for Joe Biden. It was people like Roland, okay, and some of these other people that went out here and voted for Joe Biden. Some of these, again, the older liberal class, okay, they voted for Joe Biden. But the young people actually did not vote for Joe Biden, okay? Now, if they voted for Joe Biden in the general election, it's because of Trump derangement syndrome. But again, what they're realizing is that they were lied to by people like Roland, right, in the liberal media about Orange Man being so bad, right? They're now starting to figure out that I don't like Trump, but Biden is worse than Trump, right? The reasons why I voted for Biden over Trump, it's not really working out because Biden is doing things that, again, doesn't make him better than Trump. That's their mindset. That's the way they're seeing this. But again, in Roland Martin's head, right, he thinks that people should go out here and vote for a brain dead fool because Orange Man bad, Orange Man terrible. When he doesn't realize that, look, it's not just Biden's age. It's the fact that the dude can't string together a coherent sentence. He looks like he's on his last legs. When you're talking about making major decisions in regards to the direction of this country, people want to know that the person they elected is actually making those decisions. Clearly, Biden's not running the country. Okay? And a lot of people are uncomfortable with that because they feel like they elected Biden. They didn't elect his staff, right? His handlers, okay? People who were not elected or unelected bureaucrats to run the country. So again, people rightfully have concerns about Biden's age when his age clearly is getting in the way of his ability to function. But again, Roland, he doesn't understand it. He doesn't see that. Well, Biden has so much experience, right? Well, what did that experience do for him when it came to the Afghanistan withdrawal? What did it do for him? Because he botched it. He got a whole lot of foreign policy experience. Being a senator, overseeing a bunch of wars, what did it do? Nothing, right? What is it foreign policy experience? How does that benefit us when it comes to Ukraine? How does it benefit us right now when it comes to what's going on in the Middle East? All of this stuff that Roland's talking about is looked at as a negative. And he knows in his mind, why these people don't want to vote for Biden. But his job, he's been paid to be the mouthpiece for the Democrat Party, for the establishment. But again, these are the guys these are the freedom fighters, though, right? These are the guys that's fighting the man, right? They're fighting the man, according to them.
Huh? Could it actually be because he had experience?
No, that's not. That's not it. That might be why people like you voted for him, but that's not why young people voted for Biden. That's not why they voted for Biden. They didn't vote for Biden. They voted for Bernie.
And you, son?
Any of y'all, please, by all means, tell me if you're trying to get your car fixed, are you going to take it to a young mechanic who don't know what the hell they're doing, who can't show you they fixed anything, or you're going to show it to me, take it to the old brother who actually has done this stuff for a long time and can get your car fixed?
Yeah, but again, what you're leaving out here, Roland, is that the old brother, he's calling Biden brother like he's black, right? The old brother, he needs to retire, right? He's too old. He's at the point now where he doesn't really remember all the core functions, right? And cars have now gotten more technologically advanced than what he's used to, right? It's that outpaced his knowledge. He's not functionally or cognitively able to keep up. See, again, if this guy, Roland Martin, wasn't such a Democrat Party shill, he would be saying, yeah, we do need a primary, right? Again, these people that claim to be so pro-democracy, right? This is why they tell Democrats, go vote, right? Vote because democracy is on the line. They show you every chance they get. They don't believe in democracy. This guy is having a meltdown because a guy decided to jump into the race to take on Biden because voters feel that he's too old. Voters want somebody younger that actually can cognitively function, that they can rely on to say, okay, well, at the very least, this guy is making some decisions. He should be out here saying, yeah, no, they should have more primary challengers. Biden should be challenged. His approval rating's in the tank. The American people don't feel like he's doing a good job, and he's likely to lose. So we definitely should have more people. But no, right? Roland is going to go down on a sinking ship. That is the Biden administration, right? Because that's what he's been paid to do. Okay, to shield for Democrats, and because Orange Man is bad, right? Orange Man, terrible. We can't have Trump back in office. Replace Biden, right? Is for the Democrats to actually have a primary and to get a better candidate. That is the best shot they have of beating Trump. Because right now, Biden is almost guaranteed to lose to Trump. They got a better shot going with almost anybody. Maybe not Kamala, but anybody besides Joe or Kamala. So again, if Roland Martin wasn't so stupid, right, he would realize that, wait. If we have a real primary, okay, if we actually really, do the democracy thing, which, Democrats claim they believe in, but they really don't, and they actually have a real primary, that is their best chance of beating Trump, right? But see, with that being said, hey, I support you, Roland, right? I support you shilling for Joe Biden in the primary, right? I 100% support it. Shill on for Biden in the primaries, Roland, because you're shilling for Biden. You telling people to vote for Biden and Biden should be the guy, and screw Dean Phillips, screw, RFK, everybody else, vote for Biden, right? Cool. That guarantees a Trump victory, right? So, hey, it don't really bother me that much. Again, meanwhile, the policies of the Biden administration have hurt the people that he claims he cares about the most, right? It has hurt black people. It's hurt this country. But then he'll turn around and say, I'm pro-black, right? The black conservatives are sellouts, all types of, racial slurs, et cetera, et cetera. But this guy right here is literally telling black folks to vote for a guy that literally is letting illegal immigrants into their neighborhoods. That is increase the cost of living. That is going to drag us into a war. Who knows? Maybe we'll be sending our young people overseas to fight the war. Who knows, right? Roland Martin says, vote for that guy, right? You're an idiot. You're an idiot if you want to consider somebody else. Amazing. Absolutely amazing stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.